Good day everyone. Welcome to another lecture in Intermediate Accounting 2, and for today let's talk about the lessors accounting, di ba? So last time pinag-usapan natin yung lessee accounting, di ba? Lessee accounting in the point of view of the lessee. Ibig sabihin yung umuupa dun sa ating asset. Pinag-usapan natin na meron siyang lease liability and right of use asset. Lease liability, utang niya yon kasi nga siya yung nagre-rent. So magbabayad siya ng lease payments. Dito naman, pag-uusapan natin yung point of view ni lessor, which is yung nagpapaupa. Okay? So under the point of view of the lessor accounting, so it shall classify each of its leases either operating lease or finance lease. So, kailan natin masasabi na meron siyang operating lease or finance lease? So, the question is, does the lessor transfer substantially all, take note, substantially all, of the risk and reward incidental to ownership of an underlying asset? If the answer is yes, then meron tayong finance lease. Pero kung wala, hindi niya tinatransfer substantially all the risk and rewards, then classification niya is operating lease. So now, kailan ba masasabi or when are risks and rewards substantially transferred? So if, 'di ba, sinabi natin na if substantially transferred yung risks and rewards, classification niya is finance lease. So the classification of a lease as a finance lease or operating lease depends on the substance of the transaction rather than the legal form. So substance over form. So itong mga situations na ito um, would normally lead to a lease being classified as a finance lease. So una, any, pwedeng individual or in combination, ibig sabihin any of the following is if ma-mention or pasok siya dyan, pwede na siyang ma-classify as finance lease. Letter A, the finance lease transfers ownership of the underlying asset to the lessee by the end of the lease term. So, yan yung tinatawag nating rent doon, di ba? If na-transfer yung ownership at the end of the lease term, then finance lease siya. Letter B, the lease contains an option for the lessee to purchase the underlying asset, which is the lessee is reasonably certain, take note, reasonably certain to exercise because the expected fair value at the time of the option's exercisability is sufficiently lower than the purchase option price. Ibig sabihin, merong purchase option. Letter C, the lease term is a major part of the economic life of the underlying asset. Yung lease term, ibig sabihin, kunyari, ang lease term natin is 10 years. So, kailan natin masasabi na mayroong major part of the economic, kailan masasabi natin na yung lease term is a major part of the economic useful life? If 7.5 years yung lease term, 10 years yung useful life, 7.5, sabi natin 8 years. 8 years yung ating lease term, ibig sabihin, yung lease term is at least 75% of the economic life ng asset. Letter D, at the exception, the present value of the lease payments amount to at least substantially all of the fair value of the underlying asset. Kailan natin masasabi na yung present value of the lease payments is at least substantially of the fair value if at least 90% ng fair value, 90% yung present value is equal to the fair value. 90% yung kanyang equivalent. And then letter E, the underlying asset is of such a specialized nature that only the lessee can use it without major modification. Ibig sabihin, parang merong exclusive use sa ating si lessee. Okay? So, since napag-usapan naman na natin na yung if nagkaroon ng substantially all transfer of the risk and rewards, pasok siya as finance lease, pag-uusapan natin ngayon yung finance lease. And yung finance lease is may dalawang classification. We have the direct finance lease, at saka yung isa is sales type lease. So, pag-uusapan natin ano yung pinagkaiba ng direct finance lease sa sales type lease. Una muna is yung ating direct finance lease, okay? And then yung ating direct finance lease is may composition siya na mayroong gross investment, net investment, unearned interest income at saka initial direct cost. Ano ibig sabihin ng gross investment? Gross investment in the lease is equal to the gross rentals for the entire lease term plus the absolute amount of the residual value, whether guaranteed or unguaranteed. Actually, this is the amount debited to us lease receivable. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung gross amount of rentals na nare-receive ni lessor. 'Di ba? Last time lease payment, ito naman lease receivable. Bakit lease receivable? Kasi nandoon tayo sa point of view ni lessor o yung nagpapaupa. 'Di ba? Syempre siya yung makakatanggap ng bayad. So meron siyang lease receivable. And yung gross investment is equal to the gross rentals kung magkano yung amount na binayad sa kanya plus any residual value, whether guaranteed or unguaranteed. Okay? Next, the net investment. Net investment is equal to the cost of the asset plus, take note, any initial direct cost. Yun. So later on, mas ma-visualize nyo yan kapag nasa problem solving na tayo. So ngayon is, ano na lang, familiarize yourself na lang sa ating mga terms. So gross investment, gross rentals plus any residual value, whether guaranteed or unguaranteed. Net investment is cost plus initial direct cost. Unearned interest income is the total financial revenue of the lessor, which is the difference between the gross and net. So, ang formula natin sa unearned interest income is gross investment minus net investment. Yan lang yung ibig sabihin ng unearned interest income. And then yung initial direct cost, this is incurred by the lessor added to the cost of the asset. Yun nga yung binanggit natin last time dito sa net investment. Okay? Now, let's go to the point of view of the sales type, please. Ang pinagkaiba lang nila is, same sila dito at saka sa initial direct cost, ang pinagkaiba is, since nagkaroon ng sale, meron tayong gross income. Nagkaroon na ng sale, di ba ang endpoint ng ating sale, di ba sales, cost of goods sold, and the gross profit. So, yun yung papasok natin dyan later on. So, yung gross investment, same lang kung ano yung gross investment sa ating direct financing lease, same lang din dito, which is equal to the gross rentals plus any residual value, whether guaranteed or unguaranteed. Okay, same definition like we have mentioned earlier. Net investment naman is equal to the present value of the gross rentals plus the present value of the residual value, whether guaranteed or unguaranteed. Anong pinagkaiba? Yung kanina, dito, ang pinagkaiba sa net investment, cost plus initial direct cost. Dito naman, ang pinagkaiba is yung net investment is present value of gross rentals plus the present value of the residual value, whether guaranteed or unguaranteed. Guaranteed or unguaranteed. Next, the unearned interest income, parehas lang yung formula natin dyan or yung computation natin, which is the difference between the gross investment minus net investment. Next, ito na yung pinagkaiba nila. Nagkaroon na ng sales. So, sales is equal to the net investment or the fair value of the asset, whichever is lower. Take note, whichever is lower ang kinoconsider natin. And then the cost of goods sold is equal to the cost of the asset plus the initial direct cost. Cost plus IDC or initial direct cost. Parang familiar yung formula na yan, sir. Kasi yung cost of goods sold, equal yan kanina dito naman sa ating direct finance lease dito sa ating net investment, di ba? Pinagkaiba naman nila dito, ngayon pasok siya sa cost of goods sold kasi nga cost di ba kung nagbenta ka, ang basis ang i-deduct mo doon para ma-compute yung gross profit is the cost of goods sold. And then the gross income, syempre ang formula natin sales less COGS. Makukumpute yung gross income. And the initial direct cost is expense immediately in a sales type list na component na siya ng cost of goods sold. Kaya itong initial direct cost is kasama dito sa ating cost of goods sold. So, ito yung summarize ng formula, no? Yan. Ulitin natin. Summary. Pag direct finance lease, gross investment, same lang. Lease payments plus residual value, whether guaranteed or unguaranteed. So, dito, same formula. Ang pinagkaiba sa net investment, cost plus initial direct cost. Dito naman, present value. Ginawa natin ang present value of lease payments plus the present value of the residual value, whether guaranteed or unguaranteed. UII, or the unearned interest income, same formula, gross less the net investment. So, same. Next, ito, wala tayong sales kasi direct financing. Dito naman, nagkaroon ng sales, doon na papasok yung ating sales, cost of goods sold, and gross profit. Ang formula for the sales is the net investment and the fair value of asset, whichever is lower. Pag cost of sales, cost plus initial direct cost. So, same siya dito, no? Same siya dito. And then, the gross profit, yung ating normal na formula, sales less cost of sales. So, that is the end of our discussion, di ba? Summary discussion for this topic. So, ito ang pinag-usapan natin dito is yung finance list. Magkaroon na lang tayo ng separate discussion when it comes to operating list. So, now, after this video lecture, we will discuss the computation part for the finance list under the direct finance list and the sales type list. So, see you on the next video lecture.